In 2019, my stomach started to feel sore. It got swollen. I lost my appetite. I thought it would go away eventually, but it didn't. In February 2020, I was diagnosed with stomach cancer. I was referred to a specialist in Prince Albert, and he sent me to Saskatchewan. And I ended up staying there for 40 days. And that's when COVID hit. The hospital kicked my husband out on the 4th day, so I was alone for the rest of the time there. It happened so fast. Chemo was really hard on me. After every chemo treatment, I landed in a hospital. My mouth sores were so painful, I couldn't eat anything. On my 9th chemo in Meadow Lake, something built up in me and choked me up. They ended up calling a code blue on me because I couldn't breathe. I had 3 more chemo left, and then I was told that chemo was only 5% effective. I told the doctor I don't want chemo anymore if it's only 5% effective, as it landed me in the hospital for days. My husband drove me to every appointment. I had to go every 2 weeks for chemo. Chemo takes 4 hours. Gas, hotel, meals, medication, it adds up. I had to get my blood tested on Monday, and if it was good, I'd go to Meadow Lake on Wednesday for chemo. And because of the COVID, a lot of the hospitals closed because they had COVID. I would end up having to drive an extra 2 hours to get my blood test done. It was very expensive and taking up a lot of my time and my husband's. One of my friends told me there is someone treaty who works for the Métis local. She works in the Métis building in Buffalo. So I inboxed her. I asked, "What is your job title?" She said, "Northern Region 2 Community Coordinator." I said, "I heard you can get me gas money to go to my appointment." She said, "Well, you are supposed to give me a week's notice, but I can get you the money for this week since you didn't know." And another friend told me Métis Nation can book a room and cover the cost for a hotel room as long as I give them enough notice. They can also reimburse the cost of meals and mileage. When I learned all this, I only had 2 appointments left. How come I didn't know this before I started my treatment? I had no idea such services existed. It is so well hidden. When I was in the hospital, there is a social worker who worked for the Métis, but she didn't tell me any information about the financial assistance, only gave me information on counseling. I wish there was a hotline for Métis cancer survivors. Everything happens so fast. It is scary to hear you have cancer. Information out there doesn't serve my people. I want information that understands us Métis people. Métis people need to know that we have options.